want to talk to you guys about your hourly worth. Very important. If you don't know what your hourly worth is, then you're not valuing your time. So whether you're a girl or a guy and you don't know what your hourly worth is, then you're making a big mistake. This is the first step, the first thing you got to take care of. So number one, get your yearly income and divide it by 2080. So let's just say you made $100,000 a year. Okay, $100,000 a year. And you're wondering, okay, well, what's my hourly worth? So if you get 100,000 and you divide it by 2080, you're going to get your hourly worth, which is going to be $48 an hour. So you're worth $48 an hour. That's your hourly worth. Now, what is 2080? You might ask. 2080 is the full-time working hours in the US for the average people. So most of you watching this are probably not average people. Most of you probably work maybe 45 hours, 50, 60 hours, maybe more. But average people working hours are 40 hours a week. So if you get 40 hours a week and you multiply it by 52 hours, by 52 weeks, then you're gonna get 2080. Okay, so 40 full-time hours a week times 52 weeks is gonna be 2080. So that's why you get your yearly income, which is 100,000, and you divide it by 2080, and you're gonna get 48 bucks an hour. That's your hourly worth. So my biggest concern is if you are worth $48 an hour, why don't you get a full-time assistant? Why are you doing all the work that you shouldn't be doing? It doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense, because things like, let's say you have some clothes from Lululemon and the clothes doesn't fit you anymore, or maybe the clothes is old. You have old clothing and you don't wear it anymore. It doesn't fit you. You don't like the color anymore. Maybe you don't like Lululemon anymore. Maybe now you kind of like the other brand. I don't even know the name, but maybe you like Guess or Express or Ferragamo or whatever. So you don't like Lululemon anymore. So why would you keep old clothing if you don't wear it? You got to get rid of it. So are you gonna put it on OfferUp? Are you gonna sell it on eBay yourself when you could hire somebody for 12 bucks an hour and have them do all the work? Why wouldn't you do that? Why would you spend your time putting your clothes on OfferUp or eBay, selling it? Why would you spend your time taking it to charity and donating it? Why would you spend your time doing all that stuff? Why would you spend time putting gas? Why would you spend time washing your car, going to the grocery and picking the avocados, tomatoes, bananas, whatever you like to eat? Why would you do that? Why would you cook when you could hire somebody to cook for you? Doesn't make any sense. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you print all your documents? Why would you scan all your documents? Why would you create presentations maybe that you're going to present for a meeting, for a training, whatever? Why would you do that? Why would you be answering all your DMs on social media, answering all your comments, posting? You know, why would you do all that? Why? So you got to value your time. And most people in this world, they don't make it in business, much less in life, because they don't value their time. You know, they spend all their time doing all these activities where they could just hire somebody as a full-time assistant and pay them 12 bucks an hour and have them do all your little things, all these things that you could delegate. Because at 48 bucks an hour, there's things that only you could do. So those are the things you should only be doing. Only things that are going to pay you your hourly worth, which is 48 bucks an hour if you make 100,000 or higher. Those are the only activities you should be doing all day long. And if you're doing that, That means you don't have any time for gossip, for drama. If you have your cousin, your mom, your brother, your coworker, and they're coming up to you and they're telling you, hey, you know what? This person did this. This person should be doing this. This person is lazy. This person is gossiping. This person said this. Did you hear what happened to this person? That's not worth $48 an hour. So you shouldn't be volunteering into or involving yourself in these stupid conversations. Be like, you know what? That's cool. I'm moving on. I don't have time for this. I got to be spending my time in only $48 an hour activities. Now, this is if you make 100,000. If you don't make 100,000, then get whatever you make and divide it by 2080. For example, give or take, I made about $36 million last year, 36 million. So divided by 2080, and my hourly worth I know is worth $17,000. So my hourly worth is worth $17,000 an hour. So that's where I come up with like, hey, you know what? If I'm gonna mentor somebody, then it's got to be more than that for an hour, because that's what my time is worth. So it might have to be 25 grand an hour that I'll charge or something like that, but you get my point. So I know that every hour I should be doing only activities that are going to make me $17,000 an hour, because that's my hourly worth. I'm not going to touch anything that's $16,000 an hour, $15,000 an hour, $1,000 an hour. I'm not going to do that, which is why I focus on businesses. I open businesses. I hire people with degrees, and because I don't have a degree, but I hire people that have degrees. I hire people that don't have degrees. I hire people that I can pay, and I pay some people, I pay more, some people I pay less, but that is why I start businesses. That's why I don't have one business, but I have many businesses, because I know my hourly worth is worth $17,000 an hour. So I'm gonna focus only on things that are gonna pay me $17,000 an hour or more, and that's gonna continue to increase as I grow more, as I get more experience, and as I, you know, accumulate more businesses, more wealth, more investments. So that is where I want to spend my time on. Now, for you, you might be watching this and you're saying, Albert, well, you know what? I'm only making $70,000 an hour. Okay, great. So you're making $70,000 an hour. So get that divided by 2080, and you're going to get your hourly worth. You're still better off getting an assistant that's going to help you make more money, because if you make double that with an assistant, you're going to have more time, and you're going to make double that. So you'll make 140,000 instead of 70,000, but now you have more time. Why do you have more time? Because now, let's say you just work 8 hours a day. You're normal, you're average. That's why you're making 70K. So if you're working 8 hours a day and you have your assistant working 8 hours a day, that's 16 hours in a day. This is how you create more time. This is how you create more results in less time, because you have more people. This is why business makes sense, because when you start a business, the whole point of business is you're going to start hiring a lot of employees. You're going to hire a lot of salespeople, because if you're the only salesperson, you're going to be limited in the amount of sales you can make, because you only have 24 hours, and that's 24 hours for everybody. You can't change that. It's 24 hours. You need hours to sleep. You need hours to work. You need hours to eat. You need hours to do everything else. So that is why business, the more employees you get, the more salespeople you get, the more your company is worth. And there's no way around that. So it all begins where you are now. If you are a realtor, or if you are a loan officer and you're closing 5-6 deals a month, you need a full-time assistant. If you're closing 1 deal a month, you don't need an assistant. If you're closing 2 deals a month, you don't need an assistant, because you could close 2 deals a month by yourself. You could close 5 deals a month by yourself, but everybody is different. Some people have more abilities, more skills, and they'll be able to do more by themselves. You know what I mean? But if you're watching this and maybe you are not the most talented in the world, like me, I was never the most talented in the world. Never. I was always the D student. I wouldn't graduate from high school. I never graduated on stage from anywhere. High school, they mailed me my diploma, and I had D's, and the only class that I did good in was math and PE. So I was good in PE and math. That's it. Everything else, I got a D at the best, sometimes D minus. So you get the point. So if you're wasting your time doing everything, then that's why maybe you close 6 deals in a month, and then the next month you're at 0 or you're at 1, because you spend all your time and you got drained closing those 6 deals because you don't have a full-time assistant. You need to get a full-time assistant, and there is no way around that. No way around that. That is your first hire. Think about yourself as a business. Even if you don't work, even if you're unemployed or you're not working or nothing, think about you as a business. Okay, so when you're a business, when you're running a business, your life, you don't have any help, so you got to do everything. But once you start making money, you're gonna be capped, because you're gonna learn skills, selling skills, marketing skills, and you're gonna grow. You're gonna start making some money, but then you're gonna be capped because there's a limit on all the things you could do with your time. Then you start making, the only way to start making more money is by hiring your first employee, which is gonna be your assistant. And then from there on, you continue to grow. So this is one of the things that I teach, mentor, and help my people in the beginning part. Once you get your assistant, then you have to start hiring other people. So that's a whole different ballgame. But having said that, hopefully this helps. Does it make sense? 2080 is a magic number. Get your yearly income, divided by 2080, and you're gonna get your hourly worth. This is how much you're worth an hour. Once again, my hourly worth is worth about $17,000 an hour. That's what I make, $17,000 an hour. But get whatever your income is and divide it by 2080, and that's going to be your hourly worth. You should not be doing anything that's less than that. Okay, thank you guys. Kill it. It's a Thursday. It's a great time to plan your weekend of work, of what are you gonna learn this weekend, how are you gonna get better, how many relationships you're gonna create. Remember that you should always be looking for new business. And please comment below, let me know, hey Albert, this is very helpful. I'm gonna do more, because I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna hire an assistant. I was closing 5 deals a month, but I'm capped. I'm not consistent. I'm gonna go hire my assistant. I'm gonna do more, and go do it. Let me know, like, comment, share, and let me know what I should talk about next. What do you want me to talk about next, cover next? Because I know a lot, and this is my way of giving back, sharing my knowledge, sharing my successes with you, so that you don't make all these mistakes that I made that cost me millions of dollars. I don't want you to make those mistakes. Much love.